Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Talks with Todd.
Yeah, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Talks with Todd. I'm your host, VIII Todd. We're about to have another amazing show. I have a surprise special guest today, but we about to rock it out. It's going to be great. And actually, this woman has not only been has been a great contribution to podcasting. She's an actress. She's been in hella movies. All you got to do is go on Tubi, type in Brittany Chanel. You're going to see all kind of great things pop up. Okay? Great movies. One of my favorites. Oh, my God. Man, Shoshana. That's definitely one of my favorite characters. But see, today we about to be talking about the hype. What about the hype? Okay? It's about marriage. Is it really everything is cracked up to be? And the reason why I chose her, because this woman wants to be married. She's talked about it plenty of times. She knows exactly what she wants. She just waiting on it. She waiting on y'all to get y'all shit together, fellas. Okay? But, and I also want to say this. This woman is part of the reason why I chose to go this direction with season 4. I called her up one day and I said, hey, yo, listen, B, what would you like to hear as far as a podcast is concerned? She said, I want to hear about more problem solving and less man bashing or woman bashing. I want a solution. I said, bet, I got it. Season 4, all about marriage. So, Brittany, thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting any of that.
Yeah.
This is definitely a big surprise.
Yeah.
A huge surprise.
And Telly, my award-winning engineer, we appreciate you for sure. Thank you. So let's get started.
Thank you.
Let's get started.
Well, clear up I don't talk about marriage that much.
No, but no, you don't talk about it all the time, but when it does come up, you speak passionately about it, and I know you take it serious because you grew up in it. Yeah. So when people grow up in it, it's different. It hit different.
Yeah.
You know, I never thought I was going to be married because I didn't see that when I was born. You know what I'm saying? When I was growing up, I didn't see that at all. So for you, it hit different.
Yeah.
So that's why I feel like you perfect for topics like these.
Yeah, I experienced that growing up, not just from mom and dad, but aunts and uncles and my great grandparents and stuff like that. My granddad, my grandmother had passed. My dad's mom had passed, and he remarried.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like that's what I saw. That's what it was. So that's what I believe in it. I just believe in the family structure of it, the family unity of it, and I feel like that's what we're missing.
Yes, I agree.
Especially in the black,
the black community.
When I say within our community, and believe it or not, there are, they're getting married. It's just not a whole big thing all the time around it that people are seeing and things like that. It's heavy in the South. They're big on having families and things like that. So
that's interesting.
we see it.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of people, it may be in like the millennial generation and under, it's a little shaky when it comes to marriage. I don't feel like as many people are marrying. I'm not sure why. I don't know if it's, caught up in a hype situation of them wanting the fixation of marriage, but not understanding how much work to put in or, what that entails or even what it means.
Yeah.
So,
Well, because I think people haven't seen it.
Yeah.
I think people desire marriage all the time. It's just they don't understand. If you've never seen something, how do I do something that I've never seen?
There you go. And that's what my problem was. By me not seeing it as a youngin', I always felt like I was never going to get married. I never thought I was going to have kids. I thought I was going to play around forever, because I didn't.
But deep down, was it something that you wanted or at least kind of thought about?
I didn't want it until I started to see the real value in women.
Gotcha.
When I saw that they was just more than what I was looking at them for, I said, okay, I wouldn't mind getting married.
So what was the value in women that you felt like you discovered?
Because I realized women have a gift they have a gift where they see things that we may not be paying attention to. And they can get you to either stand clear of something or push you towards it so you can be better. So a lot of women see the potential that we don't even see in ourselves. And when I started to realize, okay, a lot of women actually see more in us than what we may see. All right, y'all have a lot more value than what I looked at. You know what I'm saying? You're not just for entertainment purposes or stuff like that, because that's how some dudes view most women. A lot of dudes don't want to get married because they just want to have a bunch of girls in and out of their house or whatever the case may be. once I got past that point in my life, I said, okay, now I'm ready to get married, but I want to take it serious. So yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. Women are, and I say that because I think there's a difference between women and girls. It's like I think it's a difference between men and boys. Women typically are incubators, right? So if you give us something, we're gonna take it, multiply it, and kind of give it back, right?
Yeah.
So in the words of Miles Monroe and Michael Todd and all the pastors that I listen to, you give a woman a seed, she give you a baby. You give a woman a home, she gives you a house, she gives you groceries, she makes meals. So like typically that's what we do. Even they say you give a woman a sentence, you'll get back a paragraph or a whole book, and I think that's just how God designed us in that sense, right? Like we are the help. So it's like we're here to help. Okay, you have a vision. Okay, cool. So we're coming to figure out, okay, where can we fit in? How do I make this better? Where do I do this? That's why we see, we can see a little bit further. I think men are just kind of like they got that one track, yeah. And women kind of typically we can see a little bit further and things like that. So I feel like a lot of people have kind of lost that value. Some of us that still understand it, and some of us have lost it and things like that. And we're help to the man, but that doesn't mean like he is supposed to take that power and abuse it. Right.
Yeah, I agree. And I think the biggest problem that comes about in especially in our community, a lot of women want to get married because they want everything else. They really just want the show. They want to show off. They want that wedding. They don't know what it's like to really be in a marriage. They don't know what it's going to be to put into it. It's a lot of work. Marriage is work, and it's nonstop. There's no pause button or anything like that unless one of y'all just happen to go out of town or something. But other than that, there's no stopping when it comes down to marriage. It's always something that you guys need to work on together. And a lot of women that I've noticed are not willing to put in that work, but they want the spoils from being married, and it's not about that.
Okay. So, okay. All right. So that's a lot to unpack there, right? So if you go back biblically, right? And I'm just going to take it back to the Bible, but whatever. It was purpose for why people were getting married and things like that. And legacy is what was happening, and they were having children to continue things like that. But women, like, they weren't really being put to the man unless the man did have something. Yeah. He had to have something for her to come in and kind of help. And you know what I'm saying? Like, he had to have built something. Right. So in that sense, and even if you take it back to the whole Adam and Eve thing, everything pretty much was kind of laid out for the most part. And then Eve came. Yeah. So in that sense, I kind of get it. I do think with reality TV and just American culture and things like that, it has taken it to another level. But again, you could take it back to the Bible where Jesus turned the water into wine, right? Yeah. It was a celebration. And they were celebrating for like 3 days. And in like Indian culture, I think they celebrate for like 3 days for weddings and things like that. It's different in Nigerian, with the Nigerian culture and things like that. Like, the wedding is supposed to be a celebration and everybody have fun and they do all these things and stuff like that. I just think in America, we have taken some things out. Yeah. Because we don't understand why things were done. And we just made it a big hoopla. And here, the bride's family pays for the wedding, typically. Yep. So it's basically your daddy paying for you to get on. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Get you up out of here, yeah. And even if we take it back with our history, blacks didn't really, well, I'm not gonna say all of them, but they used to jump the broom. Yeah. Yes. That's how they used to say, hey, we're married now. You know what I mean? Like, that's what that whole movie Jump the Broom was about. A lot of people didn't even know that. That's where it came from. Yeah. So in America, things is all about money and hype and things like that. So I think, we have taken it to that. So now it comes off as if people want the big wedding, they want the big ring, they want this. But my great grandma, Big Mom, she used to say those that had the big weddings, marriages usually didn't last long. Thank you. And I've seen it happen so many times. They spend thousands and thousands of dollars on this big celebration, which it looks great, but it just looks great. Then y'all get divorced within a year for what? Y'all spent all that money, wasted all that time, got all those gifts for nothing, because that's what I be talking about. People are not willing to put in the work. A lot of people are married out of convenience.
or just married just to say that they married. And that's where I think the problem comes in. Who, like, a lot of people are not really sitting up here getting married because they want to be married. Like, I'm on my third marriage. I'm just now saying I'm married because I want to be married. The first two was out of some type of obligation. You know what I'm saying? The first one,
you.
Yeah, like, it was like, okay, the first one, for an example, she needed a green card. All right, you know what? We've been cool since high school. Bet, I'll look out for you. Second one, oh, you about to have my son. You know what? I need to give my son what I didn't have growing up. I need to be there. I need to, you know what I'm saying, show him what it's supposed to be like to grow up with a family. So these two things had nothing to do with me. One was just a good gesture. So this time I can honestly say, all right, this time I wanted to really be married. It wasn't for nobody else but me. So that's the difference. That's where I messed up the first two times.
I think that's an American thing again, right? Because you see people, the success rate of marriages are the ones that have been set up.
Right.
Arranged, that's the word I'm looking for, arranged marriages. And some cultures and countries still do that today. They have arranged marriages. And the family goes off the compatibility and all these other things, and they end up having like the highest success rate.
Yeah.
So obviously here in America, the divorce rate is like over 50%. So we picking wrong. We don't know what the purpose is. We don't know what's going on. People just doing stuff.
Right.
At this point, right? So I think we've lost the purpose. I know Miles talks about it all the time.
Yeah.
The purpose. And I think people don't understand the purpose of what the whole marriage is.
Yeah.
Right? Because marriage is, I'm not going to say it's for everybody, because again, I take it back to the Bible because that's what I be reading. But not everybody was married in the Bible.
True.
You know what I mean? Paul never got married. And he said it. He preferred to be single because he understood what was going to be required of him and the sacrifice that it was going to take.
Right.
And some few other people in the Bible that didn't get married and things like that. But I just think we don't understand like the purpose of us coming together and the purpose of us working together and the purpose of building things. That's what I think has kind of been lost. And that's what happens in a marriage. Like, you build. Yeah. You're building a foundation. Obviously you're building on something, and then you have your children, passing it down to them, and you're building them up so that they can go out and be with their families and things like that. So that's what I feel like we're missing.
Yeah, I totally agree. So what do you think is the worst thing? And this question is for both of you. Where do you think women go wrong the most when it comes down to either getting ready to get married or being married?
Money.
Telly?
I would say money. Even though it is important. No.
It is important. It's very important.
I know it's important. No.
Yeah.
Maybe we're not, like you said, seeing it or having an example of maybe what to be or how to be.
Okay. I think just not really understanding the purpose, right?
Yeah.
Or just if you're not good with yourself, then you're not going to be good in a marriage, is how I look at it.
True.
Because you got two single people coming together to typically work as one.
Right.
But that's like one flesh. You're still two different individuals. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's just the coming together part. And I think if you're better at a relationship with yourself and know things that you like and things that you want, know things that bother you and things like that, I think you'll be a better partner.
You hear that, ladies and gentlemen? Have some time to yourself and figure yourself out before you decide you're going to get married. Because that's what she said.
Well, because marriage is a sacrifice. It's the same with kids.
Yeah,
it's the same with children. Like, it's a sacrifice. Okay, I have to worry about somebody else right now. I have to do this.
Yeah,
it's the same with marriage. Like, okay, I might have to bite my tongue on this right now. Or like, I can't say this. Okay. Oh, it's getting on my nerves. But then it goes back to you. Like, dang, why is that getting on my nerves? Because he's not really bothering me. Yeah. What's going on with me? You know what I'm saying? Like, one pastor, Tim Ross, that I listened to, he did a whole sermon on marriage. And he was basically saying that marriage is just a mirror of yourself. Mm-hmm. So your spouse is asking questions that you really should be answering for yourself. It's just now you're held accountable for doing it.
There you go.
Because it's the whole iron sharpens iron type of thing. So like you get a partner that is a reflection of you, and they point out things that's in you.
Yeah.
And it's to make you better and for you to make them better.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
And with the kids, I heard somebody once say that we're supposed to work together with our spouse and then raise the children together versus trying to raise your spouse
That's true.
instead of working with your spouse. Which
Yeah.
I've heard that before.
Yeah.
Because the women typically become like, Mom, you should have picked this up.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
you know, but with the kids, they might just pick it up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of telling the kids, hey, pick up your mess. And then your husband, you can kind of lead by example. You know, at least that's how I've seen it.
Yeah. I get it. I get
Yeah.
it. And it does have a lot to do with upbringing as well. Like I can't tell you how many times my wife has had to redirect me and let me know, like, hey, look, I understand, in your other marriages, things went a different way, but like in a real marriage,
Because the other ones were fake.
yeah, basically, yeah, that's really what
They
it was.
were marriages.
It was a child
They were
period.
marriages, but you know what I'm saying? Like, because it wasn't me saying, okay, I actually want to get married. It's different. You know what I'm saying?
So what was it that you discovered in yourself that made you want to make that decision?
I'm kind-hearted. So when I know sometimes I can be very selfish, but I can also be very selfless. The selfishness comes from me growing up the only child. I got brothers and sisters, but I grew up the only child. So when I started like realizing, okay, everything ain't about me, I started like being more aware and more conscious of, the moves that I make. So when somebody needed my help, instead of saying, no, I don't think that's a good idea, or depending on what it was, I would say no. But this, like my first marriage, for an example, when she hit me with this whole she need to get a green card thing, I'm like, ain't no big deal. You my homie. We've been knowing each other since high school. I trust you for the most part. And once you get everything settled, we don't have to stay married. We can go right back to doing what we was doing, right? But then,
So you was playing with marriage.
basically, and then I had a conversation with my mom. My mom was like, well, how many times you want to say you've been married? Why don't you try to really take this serious? And I'm like, I'm 20 something. Like, all right, let's see what happens. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. It went against my better judgment, but at the same time, I'm looking out for a friend too. So that's where my head was at then.
So you basically were still trying to figure you out.
Yeah.
Which is why you wasn't really
Yeah, exactly.
any good for any woman at that point.
I
right?
wasn't.
Yeah.
I was horrible. I was horrible. So I ended up being a very shitty husband. I mean, I wasn't all bad, but for the most part, I wasn't the greatest either. I know that much. And even
Well, it's time built. Like, you don't come out the gate being a husband.
right.
Now, I do think you come out the gate being a wife. Now, my reason for saying that, biblically,
Okay.
he who finds a wife finds a good thing.
Yeah.
So in order to be, you already got to be that,
Yeah, that's true.
right? And from birth, women already are really, we taught to cook and clean
Yeah,
and
yeah,
nurture.
yeah.
But if women really be honest about it, it comes natural to us. Like, if you've been with a man and you felt safe and protected and you're taken care of, it naturally just comes out. Like, nobody has to teach you how to do it.
Yeah.
Nobody has to say, oh, no, it is a natural thing that is embedded in us as women. So I feel like we already are that.
I agree.
Yeah, we're already
I agree.
that. Yeah. So
to
it's,
some degree, y'all all you guys
we ain't really got to put that much work in.
talk to take care of a man like anyway.
It's in us. Just think about female friends, right? You got a homeboy or something like that, and he tell you his dream, or he tell you something he want to do. You have 15,000 ideas of what he can do already. Oh man, you could do this. Okay, cool. You could do this. You could do it, because it's just in us.
Yeah.
So I don't feel like, for y'all become and grow into being husbands. I think we're already wives.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, and I think that's all I had to do. Like, and I don't even this ain't even shade to the last two. Like, I needed to go through them to get to where I'm at right now.
Well, yeah, because they made you better for somebody else. Whoever out there making my man great for me, thank you in advance.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. So what are you two looking for when it comes down to having a healthy marriage?
You want to answer first, Jenny? Or you want me to?
I'm looking for just the support, the protection, the guidance. I want to be able to learn from them as much as them learning from me.
Okay.
That support has to be there.
Okay. B?
Definitely leadership. And I feel like all of that is under, the support as well, with leadership, support, and trust.
Got you.
I have to be able to trust you, and you want me to follow. I gotta trust.
That's real. That's real.
I gotta trust it, and if you are the man that you say you are, and you do what you say you're gonna do, and you're under integrity and respect and honor, it'd be very simple for me to do that. I don't think men are intentionally trying to break my heart or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Of course, it's just trust. And if I could trust you, I know we could do a lot.
So when it
in respect, I can't leave respect out of that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Do you guys value respect and trust over love?
So for me, with love takes time. I don't think you automatically just love someone right away.
Right.
I think with the respect and the trust, that's all going into love. Like those are things of like, oh, I think that's why you start loving that person, right? Because now if I respect you and I trust you, I can start sharing things with you. I can start bringing you into
Your world.
the most intimate things and the most intimate parts of me. But I mean, like couples that I've met who's been married for so many years, they love that person now. It's like, I love this person more now than I did when we first met.
Right,
because they done been through some stuff. Like, I don't want to talk to nobody. If you ain't really been through nothing and it's all cookie cutter and we just take pictures and we just a little good family, I don't really want to talk to you.
Yeah.
I need to talk to some people who be like, you know what, I woke up today and I wanted to kill this nigga.
Yeah,
Like, I need to hear,
because you need to hear stories for them.
those type of stories. Like, did you? I didn't always like them. They get on my nerves. They breath was thinking that, like, you know what I mean? Like, but those were things that I heard growing up. Like, mama, he getting on my nerves today. Like, he's really bothering me. It's like, why he getting on your nerves? I don't, just the fact that he here bothering me. Yeah. Like, I heard those real conversations.
And that's good. That's good that you heard those.
Yeah, like my mom, she was like, you not gonna be all lovey-dovey all the time.
You're not.
You gonna, what did I do? You're gonna have those thoughts and it's real. But the important part, it was in a movie. It was a movie baggage claim. He was like, the important part wasn't getting married. The important part was staying married.
Absolutely.
And for me, it's just, this is a covenant and this is a commitment that I chose to do life with this person.
Yeah, that's real.
Yeah.
Telly, tap into the comments for me, please.
Okay.
They say she looking like Mr. Monopoly.
We have a lot of them. So going back up to the top, Tone said facts. Mark said, what up, though?
What up, though?
Boy said, hello, world.
What's going on?
Hey, girl, boy.
Miss Rhea said, talks aside, hey, y'all. Dang, I'm running errands now. Tone said he agree. They just want the title. Miss Lauren said, good afternoon.
Sharice said that. Jay Sharice, I don't need the title. I just need results and actions.
Well, Tone said they just want the title. I agree.
Want the title,
yes, but yes, to your question, Miss Jay Sharice did say that too. I don't need a title. I need the results from the actions. Yeah. Miss Rhea said, yes, all that Brittany Chanel. And Miss Rhea said, that's deep. And you're right, Brittany. Men have a woman's father, something for her hand in marriage.
Okay.
Oh, well, they have to, they got to pay. Basically, you got to pay to get my daughter with her.
Yeah.
And I was also told, like, the weddings really are for your parents. It's really not for you.
Yeah.
It's for the parents. Like, that's what I told. And then, like, the rings and all of that stuff, that's for other people to know. Like, hey, this is off limits.
It's a symbolism.
Do y'all think, that's a funny thing, too. Like, I knew this dude. He was my old barber, back when I had hair.
How long ago was that?
It wasn't that long ago. But he used to wear a ring when I was married to the first wife. He was like, yeah, man, I be wearing the ring or whatever. I can't believe you really married. I'm like, what you mean you can't believe I'm really married? By this time, I'm taking it serious. And
This is the second one?
No, the first one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm trying to take it serious at least. And he's like, yeah, I can't believe you really got married, B. You know, I wear a ring, but that's just to attract other women. Now, I was not privy to this. Mm-hmm. So apparently, when a man wears a ring, he becomes immediately more attractive to women. I didn't know that. I didn't know that was it.
Everybody becomes more attractive.
But I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I thought that was a trick. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know that. So when...
It's scientifically proven.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously as time went on and I kept going outside, I saw.
Well, it's even down to a relationship. Notice you've been in a relationship... when you're single, it's like it's dead.
Oh, it's dead.
Soon as somebody come on, like everybody, what is it? It's I don't know what it is. I feel like it's some type of aura that you start to bring, it's some type of energy that you start to bring, and then people are like, what's that? Because everybody want what they can't have. It's just
absolutely.
That's in our DNA. That's the sin nature that we have. We want what we can't have. So it's just more. It's forbidden.
Yeah.
It's forbidden. Basically, it's always been there.
Yeah.
It's just been...
It was just wild to hear another man, a grown man, because he was older than me, and he said that he really be fronting, putting on the ring.
Some people like the attention.
It was crazy to me, but I understood what he was talking about when I started, like, moving a little different and going to different places, and I'm like, oh, this is what he liked. Okay.
Well, because again, you're more attractive.
Yeah.
And for women, it's like, oh, he married. Oh, okay, he likes commitment. Okay, cool. He's a leader. Okay, cool. He's a provider. Okay, cool. Like these are things that you think when you see it.
Right.
Right. I remember I went to a barbershop because I was filming a movie, and we were scouting. We were doing like location scouting. And they were looking for the owner. And they couldn't figure out who the owner was. And I sat back, I observed. I said, that's the owner. He's married. He didn't have a ring on.
Oh, wow.
And I said, that's the owner, guys, and he's married. And they was like, how do you know? I said, he is. They was like, go ask him. So I walked up to him. I said, excuse me, sir, are you married? He was laughed. And he looked down at his hand, and he's like, what gave you that impression? I said, are you? He said, I am. I said, do you own the shop? He laughed again. He said, well, what gave you that impression?
Right.
I said, do you? He said, I do. He was like, how can I help you? So I told him what it was. But then after a while, he said, how did you know? I said, you're happily married, aren't you? He was like, I am. I said, you just
shows.
radiate. It's showing. Yeah. Like, I could tell, like, a woman is on you. She's loving on you. She's doing different things for you. I can just, like, I know when dudes are in relationships, and I know when dudes are not in relationships. Like,
because they don't care about themselves most of the time. Sometimes, not all the time.
It's a polished type of thing that they have on them. It's like, okay, yeah, he's in something. He likes his girl. She likes him. Like, they just have a different glow to them.
One thing you can't fake is energy. Like, I remember in the last marriage, girls literally hitting on me while I'm with her.
Oh, like, women dangerous.
But I didn't understand the reasoning for it happening. I'm like, do I look that unhappy with this girl? Like, what was it that made her have the backbone to do that?
It's and they only want you because of what the work she's have put into it. Because if they get with you, you probably won't even look like that. You probably gonna look the opposite.
Well, see, the funny thing about me is, in whatever it don't matter what relationship I'm in, I've always carried myself at a certain standard. So, I mean, yeah, you might be able to tell whether I'm married or not or whatever, but I've never carried myself like I've been broke and didn't look like a bum. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, but I'm sure once you got married, there was something else that you probably didn't recognize it, but other people did.
In this marriage, I can agree with you on that.
Yeah.
I can't really say that about the last two because...
Well, I said happy.
Yeah.
I ain't say.
No, but you're right.
Happy.
No, you're right, though, because there's been some changes in my wardrobe since I've been with my...
That's the first thing a woman gonna do, and they gonna do... If she a good one, baby, she know how to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, baby, you look really nice in this.
You should try this.
You should try this. I have bought these. I thought you might like them. You should. Like, they real... Listen. Let me be quiet before I start telling them my secrets.
No, but look, though, she didn't got me to try, like, the slides or whatever, like, actually showing my feet. I used to be so funny about
You need to try them thongs, but we gonna work on it.
Never. She said that too.
Never.
She said that too. She want me to...
Y'all don't understand them. Men, they got nice looking feet and them thong sandals, baby. You better know how to wear them.
I don't know.
Call me if you want to wear them. I know I'll show you how to do it.
That's just not my bag.
I'll show you how to do it.
However, though, I have gotten comfortable with showing off my feet because of her. Like, she made me feel comfortable.
She made you feel comfortable.
Right.
Like, that's what that's what you that's the trust, that's the respect. Like you're open, you letting your guard down. You know what I mean? Like I don't feel like you can't do that with everybody.
Hell no,
You can't do
because
that with everybody.
the last two definitely wouldn't have been able to do that. Like, and you know what else? I think people sleep on this. When you love somebody, that's cool, that's all fine and dandy. But when you like them, it's gonna hit different.
I say that every single time.
It's definitely gonna hit different if you like who
You
you're
have
with.
to like who you're with. I say it every single time.
Yeah.
And if a lot of people are being honest, you don't like who you're with. Like people get together because it's like, okay, I want to change this, I want to change that, I want to change this, I can change this. Like no. That person come who they are right now and they never ever change. Do you like them?
Yep, exactly.
Do you like their personality? Do you like what they look like? Do you like just being in their presence? I think that's way more important than like the whole in love and lovey-dovey and all that other stuff. Like I want to like you.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the most important ingredients.
Yeah, you gotta like who you
in
with.
marriage. Yeah,
and I just recently was talking to my wife, and I was like, what in your mind, what would you say is saving our marriage? Like, what do you think keeps us on par with each other? And she was like, she sat back and really thought about it for a minute. She was like, our friendship, and I was like, bingo, that's it. Because I'm like, without that friendship, without me knowing you for who you are or how you came, I wouldn't be able to accept everything else that come with it. So I understood it in that moment. Like, yeah, the friendship is what keeps the marriage right. You can't have a friendship if you don't like somebody already.
that's true.
So people sleep on that. I'm gonna tell y'all right now that like everything ain't gonna always go the way you want it to go in your marriage. Sometimes you gonna get slept on. Like it's gonna be something that somebody gonna lack, and it's up to y'all to be like, hey, listen, you slipping with this. Oh, I'm slipping with that. Okay, bet. Now let's make it better. Let me stay on point with it. Let me keep it consistent. But I'm telling you, it's consistent work. You're not gonna just be able to be lazy the whole time that you married. I'm sorry. you don't feel good, but guess what? Somebody at work, get that kitchen clean. You know what I'm saying? Like it just is what it is. Like you know it got to be done.
I'm one of those type of people as far as like being a partner. It's like I don't care who does it, just as long as it gets done.
Thank you.
Like I don't care.
Yeah.
And if not, then I'm definitely about to do it. And if I'm feeling frustrated or something, then I am gonna tell you like, yo, I feel like
you need
to help me a little bit more around here or whatever. But if the shoe's in the way, just move the shoes. I don't care who put the shoes.
Yeah.
Just move them. Like I am that person. Like
Yeah, Miss Rhea said, dang, I can't type fast enough. I can't call right now. Great conversation. For me, I know I'm wife material, but God knows I still have a purpose to fulfill in my singleness, meaning when I am truly seeking him first, the man he has for me will show himself, but first I have to be ready for what I've prayed for.
Yeah, I think you always, whatever you're praying for, I think you should always make room and space for it.
Yes, and she also said, no one wants someone that no one wants.
Thank
Sad but true. Look at Jay-Z and Beyonce. Jay looked better once he had the baddest chick in the game. And Cal said, Brittany Chanel facts, the right one will definitely know how to add to your look in a subtle way that will work for you.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, that's what women do.
Yeah. But it's women, fellas. Women.
Well, yeah, because
not
women,
these master splinters.
No.
Not these hoes. No, just women. They the only ones that could do that, bro.
Well, yeah, because you got to know how to, you got to talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got different tones for different things. I believe a woman sets the tone in the house. Yeah. I'm always going to believe that. I believe if that woman is upset, that whole house about to shake.
Oh yeah, the whole house gonna feel it. Man,
that house,
Brittany.
If a woman is upset in that house, that house about to shake. It's gonna be an earthquake, tornado, call somebody because maybe all hell is about to break loose. And I say that because, but my thing is, what is she getting? Right? Because if a woman's an incubator and men, whatever, like we're receiving, that's what that means. We receive something from you guys. So if you're giving us something, again, we're going to take it, make it better and give it back. So if you're getting like chaos from this woman and she tripping all the time and all this stuff is going on, look at what you're giving her.
Absolutely.
Because she's only feeding you what you fed her. Because we are receivers. I don't care what women say all the time. We are receivers. And I think men, which is what I love about men, they know how to calm you down. Like they're not going to match your energy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like when dudes be like, match my energy. No. Men are not gonna match. Like if you're upset, I don't know if y'all date men or not. I'm dating a man. Like if you're upset, I mean really mad, like he knows, okay, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like he knows how to like, okay, it's a problem. We got to fix it. His tone changes. Everything changes. Yeah. Again, it's creating that space. You know what I'm saying? That you and your partner have. Yeah. Yeah. It's creating that space. So that's where I think respect comes into it. Friendship comes into it, and trust, all of that comes into it.
I believe that. You're right. You're absolutely right. Like my wife was going through something not too long ago, and I just kept reassuring her that it was going to be all right. And when she stressed out, her whole body just aches. Yeah. So I'm masterful with these hands. I don't know where it came from.
We didn't need to know
that. But no. I'm talking about as far as...
But you never match her energy though, do you?
No, because that's stupid. That's not going to work. So I'm like, let me calm her down. You know, so I know one of the best things that I can do is give her a massage. That massage, it does something for her. It takes away all of that. Yeah. I get the tension off her, and she hit me up one day and just thanked me. It was like, thank you. I'm glad you did that because I needed that, you know, I don't even feel like I'm in pain no more. I'm like, well, I don't like you stressing out. So if you stressed out, the whole house gonna feel it, and you a Leo, so it's really gonna be bad. So
and a lot of men say that. They be like, look, I gotta keep her cool because this house gonna be a hot mess. You know what I mean?
House, it trickles down to the kids, everybody. I'm like, I gotta put a stop to this. Yeah. So
it's important for I think definitely men to pick right, because it's her mindset that's going to be raising your children. Yeah. And I don't think a lot of people are mindful of that when they, you know, out here dating or sleeping around or whatever it is they want to do. No judgment, but people aren't mindful of that.
No, I wasn't at one point at all.
Yeah, because the woman, the kids are going to spend majority of the time with that woman. Mm-hmm. So they're going to be getting her mindset and thought process and all those things, especially if you're not in the house, or, you know what I mean? So it's important for you to see where she's at mentally and things like that, because the children will be affected. Yeah. I don't think people don't go that deep.
Yeah. They don't at all.
It's that deep. Yeah.
Yeah. And you'll be surprised like how much stuff will mess a child up just off of him or her seeing their parents bicker all the time. They'll either grow up thinking that it's the norm, or they'll not know how to deal with it when they get into a relationship and shut down.
Well, I think it's healthy for, you know, kids to see it, but I think it's important for them to see the resolve
there
too.
You go.
Like, I mean, because it ain't, no, you're not about to have no perfect relationship. I'm not gonna say like, oh, we don't argue for the kids and blah blah. Like, no. Like, let's just be real. No. I've seen my parents argue, and I've seen them resolve it. Exactly. That'd be the problem. It's one thing my mom does, and I don't know how she does it, and because I was like, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do that as a wife. But when she used to get mad at my dad, she still made sure he ate. She still would cook. Yeah. Now she would be petty and won't tell him that the food was ready. That sounds, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's her petty moment. But she would still cook for him and things like that. And then other women be like, girl, I don't cook for him. He gonna have to figure it out. And I used to be like, why do you? You know, because me, I ain't doing it. I'm mad. You know, but it's like, no, like that's still your husband. You still do that. And she learned that from Big Ma. So as with Big Ma, no, he still has to eat. He still your husband. He still I respect, blah, blah, blah. Now he's gonna be in the basement. And he not gonna say, he gonna crawl up to the kitchen, but he still eats. And I think that is dope that she does that. And I had to look at that like, wow, okay, maybe I need to take notes on that part.
Definitely, because
you be hungry with me.
Hey, that's what I'm mad. And that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of people, when women get emotional, they don't think straight. So when they do finally take their emotions out of a situation, they're able to see a little clearer and be like, okay, I might be mad at him, but let me not do this. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, my wife, she was mad at me. She cooked, but I had to make my own plate. Yeah. No big deal.
Petty stuff like that.
And it's the petty that I can deal with. It's not over the top. It's not like she cooked for everybody else and I'm just
then you
assed
ain't
out.
get nothing. Yeah,
See,
yeah.
because she know me, so that's where the friendship come in. You know how I am. You know if you don't cook for me, you know what's happening.
But now, now because I'm not married yet, when I think about it and look at it in that sense, it makes sense to do that because now it's just keeping things.
It's a balance.
Yeah, like it's kind of keeping things balanced, and it's like for me, I don't want you to go eat at nobody else's house. You know what I'm saying? Like, so now you got to think about those things. It's like, well, dang, wait a minute, I might be opening up a door for some foolish stuff. Okay, he might go to the bar tonight. Hold on, you know, like. Now that I'm thinking about that, it's like, okay, it makes sense. So maybe I will cook if I get mad.
So but you gotta be able to take your emotions out the situation, or you're not gonna think. Thinking with your emotions is not thinking. Because you gonna either say the worst thing or do the worst thing, or not do something that you should be doing.
Yeah,
and that's where people be messing up. And that don't get me wrong.
I also think people are just picking wrong.
That too.
Yeah, if you pick a bad apple, you just picked a bad apple. Yeah, I agree. I don't know. It's like with the whole egg thing. Like you have one egg mess up all the eggs, so you got to. I think you need to be selective in what you're picking. And I think we need to pick from healthy spaces and healthy places.
Yeah, I
always say, kind of date and pick within community.
Yeah,
like I think it's good to kind of see, have people that you trust and people that have something going on. Because I know sometimes you could be, you might have that one single friend that I ain't never getting me. Don't ask them.
Yeah, no, don't ask them.
That's not the one to ask. You know what I mean? But yeah, because they're going to see certain things. And I think it's important how who you're dating and want to marry treats your family and treat your friends and things like that.
Got you. Now, question for both of y'all. I
like what Calvin said.
What'd he say?
He said Brittany Chanel, mad feelings and performative attitudes and many women destroyed a lot of households. So and that's why I said I know I love that my mom did that and I saw that because now I know, like, even though I'm mad, I still, and I just really just got the revelation of it, like just this second on the show, like, dang, wait a minute, I am gonna still cook, and it makes sense now because of what he just said. Like, you could destroy the household,
absolutely,
with that attitude.
What's going on, caller? You on the air?
Hello.
Yo.
Todd.
Yo, what's up, man?
It's Cal, man.
What's up, bro?
Hey, you see, I gotta point something out to you, man. You see how Brittany just corrected herself that quick?
Oh yeah, I did.
A lot of that don't happen. A lot of that does not happen at all.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
She just logically thought about it and corrected herself that fast.
Yeah, I caught it.
Oh well, thank you.
I caught it.
No, I really just got the revelation.
And you have no choice but to catch it because you don't hear too many women correcting themselves or revisiting something and saying, "Oh, you know what? Maybe I'm looking at this wrong." Yeah.
Oh, I definitely looking at it wrong.
Most would just say, you know what? This is me, and this is how I am, and that's it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I'm gonna do whatever I can to get on his nerves or to show him he ain't gonna act like this because I'm gonna be like that. It's too much of that.
See, and I feel like
that correction there.
But I feel like you don't like somebody if you do that, right? Because for me, if I like you, I care. Like, I care about you. So I'm not trying to, I ain't trying to hurt you. I ain't trying to do, hurt your feelings. I ain't trying to get on your nerves. I'm not trying to do all that. One, I don't want you to get on mine.
Yeah, got you.
I don't want you getting on my nerves. I don't want you intentionally trying to hurt me. So, like, I always think about it like that. So, of course, I'm going to put my best foot forward and expect. I mean, love, marriage, all of this stuff is a risk.
Yeah.
Everything that we doing is a risk.
What you speaking on is consideration for real.
Well, for you to like somebody, you should be considerate.
Yeah.
I don't understand how. Yeah, well, that's why a lot of them not, and that's why things are being destroyed because I'm considerate of my parents. I'm considerate of, I'm just being considerate, and I guess maybe because I want people to be considerate for me. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Many females, few women.
That's real.
You said many females what?
Fear women.
Few women.
Fear women?
Yeah.
Few.
Oh, fuel. You said fuel?
Fuel?
Few. Few.
You said many is okay. I get what you said.
Okay,
Yeah.
I got it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, my bad. My bad.
My bad. No, yeah, we was trying to hear. No, but I think a lot of women, some women come from, the bitter, angry backgrounds. I'm very fortunate to have my big mom, and my mom and my aunt and, granny and all of them were raised with big mom because my big mom was like that.
Yeah.
Big Mom put a good one out there.
Yeah. It had to, because big mom did that.
Right. So she passed it down.
So it was passed down. So obviously my mom learned that from her grandma. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and I know big mom, she was responsible for the bills to be paid in the house. He made the money, but she made sure everything was taken care of.
Yeah.
With Poppy,
she was the real helpmeet.
Yeah, because he struggled with reading. So Big Mom knew how to read, so she did all of that. So even when she was sick, I remember Big Mom was in the hospital one time, and she left the hospital to come home to pay the bills and make sure the bills were taken care of and went back to the hospital.
Wow.
But that's what I'm saying. Like that's
strength.
I'm saying that's Big Mom. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what my mom and granny, all them learned from. They still did that. Even with my grandmother, I guess when she was mad at my granddad, I never met him. She still would make sure he ate.
Yeah.
She still would make sure he was good and things like that. So that's just what, and I know Big Mom did that. But Big Mom was in love with Poppy.
Yeah.
Those are the questions, Todd. We got to ask the questions now. Did you have Big Mama and did you have Poppy?
Yeah. Hey, for
That's
real.
the questions we got to ask now.
Yeah.
Well, and my granddad on my dad's side, like he was, he told my daddy, the woman always drives a better car than you. You know how to get out there and fix a tire and do different things like that. So my
or
dad
at least
always
get the car fixed.
Yeah, like so he always made sure my mom had the best of everything. Now, granted, he does too, but I'm just saying how he thought was my wife Brittany. Like that's his thought process, which is I love it for that. Yeah,
that's real.
Yeah.
Dope.
Man, appreciate you calling in, Cal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Y'all know it.
Man, so ladies, quick question for y'all. Now, let's just say you had a very, like, I guess you could say emotional moment with your husbands. Your future husbands, right? Mm-hmm. Like to the point where like you felt like y'all wasn't gonna make it. Mm-hmm. What's the first thing that you guys are gonna do to get yourself out of that mindset?
I would need space and time and allow me to really think, because I feel like, okay, in the heat of the moment, that's what you're in, the heat of the moment. Once you actually sit and think about it, you be like, okay, that wasn't that big of a deal. Or you'll find ways to problem solve, or at least meet in the middle.
Okay.
Because everything isn't going to be solved. It can be a common mutual.
True. Okay. What about you, B?
I'm still trying to think of the question. So you said that I'm having an emotional moment.
Like to the point where you don't think y'all gonna make it. What's the first thing
Did something happen?
Yeah, something happened between y'all. And you like, I don't know if this is gonna work no more, but you get what's the first thing you think about doing to get yourself out of that mindset?
I guess the thing for me is I'm trying to figure out what is the problem, but I know the first thing I'm probably going to do is go have a cry session.
Okay. That's
definitely
healthy.
going to go cry.
That's healthy. A lot of people sleep on that, but that does help.
I got to go release because I need to know what is going on.
Yeah.
And then I probably would pray after, and then after I had my big cry moment. Gotcha. After I cried and released, I probably would pray and then write down some stuff and then probably call my mom.
Got you.
Not probably, I'm calling her.
That's what's up. Because
ain't no probably, I'm definitely calling her. But I'm definitely going to, I'm going to have a cry session first. I'm probably going to pray about it. Or if I don't pray about it, I'll write about it. But if I don't do that, it's going to be in that realm. It might not go exactly how that is. So I might cry, then call my mom, call my mom, then cry. But all of that, everything that I just said, those are all the steps that's going to be taking place.
Got you. Yeah. See, and I'm glad you at least you know what steps to take.
Yeah, all them steps going to be in there.
Yeah, it got to be. But as long as you got a plan for that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people
I ain't calling my friends.
Yeah,
I love y'all. I love y'all to death. But y'all are not the people I'm calling.
Yeah.
I'm calling married folk.
Now, wait a minute. So none of your friends are married yet?
Some of my friends are.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
but
So
I ain't calling them. I'm calling my mama.
Gotcha. So you're not even about to call the married friends?
I'm calling my mom.
Okay.
And the reason why is because she got skin in the game.
There you go. That makes sense.
I'm calling somebody that done been in the game. I'm calling somebody, and I know you done thought about this. You're a woman. I know you know, I'm calling somebody that got skin in the game. I'm not calling my friends.
Yeah.
Because your skin ain't as thick as mine either. We in the same generation. Nope.
Yeah.
I'm calling somebody that got skin in the game.
I was thinking the same thing too when I first got married. I was talking. I didn't know who else to go to because I was married so young, and the first person I thought about talking to was my mom. I regret doing it, but at the same time,
Was she married?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep, and she had been married before, so I wasn't.
How long was her marriage?
For her first? I don't know how long her first marriage was. I wasn't around for that.
So when you called, how long was she married?
To my knowledge, it might have been 6 years.
That ain't enough.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you got to get past 7 for me. Because
Okay.
everybody, you get that 7-year itch. I don't know if listen, I know people have been married for 60, 40 something years.
Yeah.
They always, every 7 years, they say you get a little itch and you be ready to,
Yeah.
you know, it's called the 7-year itch. You can go Google it. It's a real thing.
Yeah.
So that's, for me, with the millennial marriages and all these other marriages, baby, y'all not even getting to 5 years. I have no conversation for you whatsoever.
Hey, the funny thing is, my first 2, I never made it to 7. Never.
It's called the 7-year
So
itch.
that's the crazy thing.
If you a millennial and you ain't really made it to 10, I really probably still don't even want to talk to you. Baby. You got to be 15 and above for me. I don't have time for that.
Yeah.
Like my one cousin, he just celebrated 25 years of marriage.
That's a person you talk to.
Baby.
Yeah.
What you doing?
I didn't see marriage. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm going, like I said, I'm definitely going. I'm going to go to my mama. They got skin in the game. Her
Yeah.
and my aunt. They,
And I
been in the game, baby.
Yeah, and I did that because I didn't know anybody else that was married, and I definitely knew not to call my friends with any marital issues because they're gonna be like, "Nigga, what you get married for anyway?"
Yeah,
you know
no,
what I'm saying? So
you can't have those people.
yeah, but I'm young at this time. I'm like
Yeah,
20, so
yeah,
you know
you didn't
everybody
know.
not thinking like that. Everybody like, man, whatever. You better knock down all the rest of these girls. All that.
And the men, you know, because you're a millennial, so during that time, at 20, you still was 14.
Hey, thank you.
Like when my dad was 20 and his dad was 20, they were grown. They was 50 already. They were different type of men.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you got a different mindset. You got everything that's really different. Life was different.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't recommend getting married like at 20 now. I would never recommend that.
Yeah.
But if you meet somebody that at an
just-
early age and you guys grow and do things together, I definitely always recommend that. But for me, I feel like you should start looking, 26 heading into your 30s. That's when I really think you should start kind of settling down and doing that. And
I agree.
yeah, you're going to build together. It ain't really about money. It's about building. You can do little things here and there. But that was my thought process. I was supposed to be married at 25.
What y'all gonna do? What y'all gonna do if y'all don't get along with y'all in-laws?
I don't have to see those people.
Thank you. Okay, tell me.
But no, I'm going to do what needs to be done.
That's a big thing for me. He has to be family oriented. I have to like his family. He have to like mine.
I need to like the important people in the family.
There you go.
I'm going to say that.
That's real.
So like his mom, and if he,
Yeah.
that's
the big thing for me.
Yeah, it got to be the important people in the family because how I look at it, we're all a family, and I'm not just marrying you, I'm marrying them as well. So that's important too for me to make my decision because I need to know, are they going to bother us financially? Are they going to be over here in our pockets? Like, I need to know. I need to know.
Okay.
Because my people ain't about to bother you.
Exactly. Telly?
Yeah, that's the thing. That's what I said. Like, he has to be family oriented, and yeah, I have to like his family. He have to like mine.
But you cool with like what
You
Brittany
gonna
said?
like everybody in the
Yeah,
family?
because you're not gonna like everybody. I damn sure didn't.
You not gonna like
I didn't
everybody.
really have those issues. Like some of the people, they still to this day still love me.
Yeah, well, you ain't met your man yet.
Yeah,
I'm
but
just
going
saying,
off of
like,
exes,
I'm just
you're
saying
like,
that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
how
you might run
could-
across that
Yeah.
ex. You might run across that woman. You don't like the mama. That's
that's
the
true.
important people to him are the people that I want to like and care about.
Yeah,
Okay.
Because everybody might not be important to him.
Yeah,
I
grew
was
up with
I
just
was
being
like that. Like
family
when I would bring girls around that I called myself taking serious, they had to. For me, it wasn't even my mom that had to like them. It was the cousin test. It was I gave the girls that I tried to take serious. I gave them the cousin test.
I ain't thinking about my cousin.
That's who was important to me. That's who was important to me. So that's what it is. That's what was important to me. So yeah, I understand that. I agree with that.
Yeah, they're important. Who's important? Because what men do typically, when they find out who you talk to the most, who your girl, that's who they usually try to befriend and do things. That's why when they do surprises or they doing stuff for your birthday,
They
call
get
that
with the
person. They be
yeah.
like, yo, that's what they coordinate with. So it's important for me. Who's important to him is who I want to like.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
real.
because that's who he dealing with, which means I have to deal with them, and vice versa. I want him to like my people because this is who I deal with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So
Definitely.
ideally, yeah.
I definitely agree with that.
Yeah.
Man, this was a great show. See, I love
Definitely
doing
was a surprise show.
Yeah, definitely. I love
Was not
surpri-
prepared.
I love surprise shows.
Clearly.
But when you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready.
That
so
is the
it's-
truth,
it's-
but I
it's
was
dope.
nowhere
Say that all
near
the
prepared
time.
for this show.
Yeah.
Had no idea what we were talking about.
Yeah, but
but
no,
look how great
that's
it
what that's
worked.
what makes it dope. I love when things happen like this.
Obviously,
And
I do. I like to be prepared.
I understand. Well, I definitely appreciate you coming
Yeah,
on.
thanks for having me.
Telling you you already always appreciate it. What would y'all like to say in closing for the sake of you wanting to be married and then finding your husband? What would you like to say?
So I am currently single and not looking. So I'm just playing. I'm really joking. What was the question? What I want to say to my husband, or what do I want to say?
What do you want to say just to put out there for people to know when it comes down to you just wanting to look for marriage?
Oh, I mean, my biggest thing is it's going to happen when it's supposed to happen. My job is to continue to work on me and better myself. That's really all it is. Like, you can't force it. You can't make it happen. I believe it happens when it's supposed to happen. Shout out to my homegirl who just got engaged to her dude, and she just was living her life. I'm gonna live my life. Like, he that finds a wife, he's gonna find me because he'll be looking.
Right.
Yeah.
Tally, what about you?
I think she kind of summed it up.
He's
Okay.
gonna look.
Work on you. Things will happen when they're supposed to, and be receiving. Be receiving of love. Be receiving of help, a helpmate, things like that. So
That's what's up.
He's gonna look for you.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
and if
I'm
your stuff in order, it will align. So
I don't know about all of that, but I just know
I
that
think so. But
most people that do get into something, the whole thing was, I was just doing something. I wasn't even looking. I was
Right.
minding my business. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, even
those be the best
those
stories.
are
Oh my
stories.
God.
Even Ruth and Boaz. Ruth was just minding her business. Here come Boaz. So I just want to put that out there. But yeah, most women just kind of be minding their business, and he's looking.
Yeah.
So he gonna find me. I'm out here. I ain't hard to find.
Dope. That's
I ain't
dope.
hard to find.
Well, y'all heard it, ladies and gentlemen, man. Catch y'all next Wednesday. Thank you. We out of here.
Thank you.
Indeed.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Talks with Todd.